Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, global stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Friday, July the 25th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Key currency pairs showed mixed movement today. The greenback strengthened notably against the pound, rising 0.54%. After 3 days of flat trading, breakout moves were seen against both sterling and the yen. Looking at returns, most currency pairs show negative weekly performance. The dollar has fallen nearly 1% against the euro this week, while showing modest month-to-date gains across most pairs. Year-to-date, the greenback remains down significantly against major currencies. The US dollar gained ground against the loonie, rising 0.48%. Notable volatility was seen in the offshore yuan pair, while the rupee remained unchanged but maintains a strong positive trend against the greenback. In terms of performance metrics, the dollar shows consistent monthly gains against the Singapore dollar and Kiwi, both up over 0.7%. However, year-to-date weakness persists, with declines exceeding 6% against several Asian currencies.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Sweden leads with strong momentum, rising 1% alongside Finland, which hit a new all-time high for the third straight day. Italy shows upward volatility, while France breaks out from recent consolidation. Week-to-date returns show impressive gains, with Finland and Sweden both up over 3.8%. Italy leads year-to-date performance with a remarkable 37.8% gain, while Thailand shows strong monthly momentum, up 11.9% in July. Among declining markets, Indonesia and Ireland both fell 1.1%. Japan retreated 1% despite maintaining a very strong positive trend. Philippines declined for a second consecutive day while showing flat price movement. Despite today's declines, Japan shows strength with a 5.4% weekly gain. Indonesia remains the weakest performer year-to-date, down 4.8%. Ireland maintains a positive trend with a 15.3% gain for the year, despite today's pullback.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Metals futures showed mixed performance today. Gold futures and silver futures both declined around 2%, marking their third consecutive down day. Copper futures edged slightly higher while maintaining a very strong positive trend. Looking at returns, copper futures stands out with a 44% gain year-to-date, leading the metals group. Palladium futures and silver futures have also performed well, both up over 31% this year. Despite recent weakness, gold futures has gained 26% year-to-date. Energy futures faced downward pressure today. Gasoline futures fell 2.1% amid strong downward volatility, breaking lower after 4 days of sideways movement. Heating oil futures declined 1.7%, marking its fourth consecutive down day. Natural gas futures was relatively flat, despite showing a very strong negative trend. Year-to-date performance shows weakness in the energy sector. Natural gas futures has declined nearly 15%, while crude oil futures is down 9%. Brent crude has fallen 8%. Only gasoline and heating oil show modest gains around 2%. In livestock futures, live cattle reached a new all-time high, gaining 1.7%. Feeder cattle fell 2.1%, ending a strong run. Class 2, milk rose 1% despite showing a very strong negative trend. Corn remained relatively flat for a third consecutive day. Looking at returns, lean hogs leads with a 33% gain year-to-date. Feeder cattle follows with a 22% increase, while live cattle is up 18%. Class 2E milk shows weakness, down nearly 14% this year. Grain futures showed minimal movement today. Rough rice rose modestly, marking its fourth consecutive up day. Oat futures gained slightly, while corn, wheat, and soybean futures all remained in tight trading ranges. Year-to-date performance in grains shows significant weakness. Corn has declined nearly 13%, while rough rice is down 10%. Wheat has fallen almost 6%. Only oats shows notable strength, up 8% this year. Soft commodities showed mixed performance today. Cocoa stood out with a 2.6% gain to 8,337. Orange juice experienced the largest decline, dropping 5% to 322. Coffee futures declined 2.2%, while maintaining a mixed negative trend. Looking at monthly returns, orange juice has shown remarkable strength, with a 43% gain. However, year-to-date performance tells a different story, with cocoa down 28% and orange juice down 34%. Sugar has demonstrated more stability with modest movements in recent periods.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.